First day of fall, September 22nd, 2020. Very good time of year to visit your hydrangeas and take some for drying. It's really so simple. I want to show you how to do that. When you're picking your hydrangeas, you want to make sure that they are fully bloomed, that you don't have any petals at the end that haven't opened yet, because if you do cut them and they're not fully opened, they're just going to wither right away. So they need to be fully opened. And I like to pick them where there's a variety of colors. You see most of these now are starting to turn brown, and I like it when they've got that variety of color. Now when you're going to trim it, cut it, two things. You want to cut it at the top of a leaf node, and you want to cut it straight, not angled. And the reason for that is to protect your plant. If you cut it angled, it will absorb a lot of rain, and potentially that could be a spot for disease. So cut it straight. The second thing is length. Keep in mind how long you want it to be, and the container that you're putting it in needs to be, like if you're cutting it long, it needs to be a tall container so that it will help hold those upright. So I'm going to cut this one pretty far back here, right there. This is a super simple thing to do to dry out hydrangeas. Some people use silica, but honestly, it's just as easy to just use plain water. So I have a rather large vase and a tall vase, and I've got about 1.5 inches of water in the bottom of my jar. So the first thing we're going to do is you want to strip all of the leaves off. Nice to do this outside. No mess. Then you want to make another cut, and this time you do want to cut it at an angle, and in the vase it goes. Now these hydrangeas are going to stay pretty much the color that they are when you've cut them. They may fade a little bit, but not much. So keep that in mind when you are cutting your hydrangeas. There are so many things that you can do with dried hydrangeas. I will actually show you a few things about how I've used them in my home. And when these are dried out, it's going to take about anywhere from really 3 to 5 weeks, depending on the humidity in your area. But after these are dry, I will do a project or two and just show you how I am going to be using them. Now you do not need to add any more water to your container. Like I said, about 1.5 inches of water. These are going to soak up that water, if not overnight, pretty quickly. And you just leave them. You don't take them out, you just leave them right in place until to the touch they feel papery. If you've ever seen dried hydrangeas or touched them, they feel kind of tissue papery. This is a little different kind. This is from the Blushing Brides that we planted this summer. They come out white, but as they turn these pinks and greens. And I forgot to mention, these are limelight hydrangeas off of the tree form of a hydrangea. The reason we want to remove the leaves, or most of the leaves, is because they will suck up the water, and we really want it to go to the flower and not the leaves. If you want to leave a few small ones up here at the top, that would be fine, but it's not necessary. And this blue one is from, what is it? The summer, oh, I can't even think of it. I'll have to put it up on the screen, but it's the original of that. And that's it. Now we just take them inside and keep them out of direct sunlight. It looks like a beautiful fresh bouquet, and they will dry all on their own. Then we can do some projects.